Hello everyone, I'm Drachona. So I recently saw Shazam, and it was pretty good. I honestly didn't have very high expectations, even though I enjoyed Aquaman, at least visually. I just wasn't sure if this would be worth seeing in theaters, but it was. Go see it. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about how much indigestion this year is going to give me because of the movies that are coming out. Before watching Shazam, I was given the opportunity to look deep into the bowels of the Inferno. I saw a trailer for The Hustle, a movie that's entirely about Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson being condescending towards men. At this point, I just expect it. The people who write these movies live in a fantasy world where millionaires are somehow disadvantaged. Either that or they just want to make people think that they give a shit about social issues when what they really want is your money. But that's not what really bothered me. What bothered me is that this is just another recycled premise about con artists and the loser who has to learn to be sophisticated. I honestly feel sorry for Rebel Wilson that her entire career is a fat joke. She gets hired because it's funny that she's fat. And that's it. How progressive! But hey, I don't blame her for making money off of that. After that, though, I saw this.
You know the jungle.
Now, at first, I thought this was going to be a sequel to that awful Jumanji reboot, so I was prepared to cringe. However, it turns out, I was not prepared. I was not prepared at all.
It's a part of you. But exploring is not a game. And you don't look before you leap.
I'm okay, Boots.
Dora? Dora? The fucking explorer? Why? No joke, I almost cried when I saw this. I was so physically hurt by this heartless, brainless, hollowed-out cash grab that I almost cried genuine tears in the theater. This is literally a college humor sketch being made for real for kids. Let me repeat that. For kids. This is a movie released by Nickelodeon, and they gave Dora tits.
What the fuck?
Yes, Dora has tits and is wearing short shorts, and no one thought that this wasn't okay.
This film is not yet rated.
Now look, I know that this is an absolute non-issue in the grand scheme of things, but as someone who's a small-time creator and wants to be a big-time director, this matters to me. When $300 million is spent on a pointless remake of Beauty and the Beast, that bothers me. Yes, I can just not see a movie I don't like, but that doesn't really address the problem. The problem is that metric fuck tons of money are being wasted on soulless cash grabs when they could go to something that's at least trying. Look, I'm not expecting a dramatic masterpiece from Disney, but I'm glad that instead of getting a quote-unquote live-action remake of The Emperor's New Groove, I got Zootopia. I haven't even seen Frozen, but I'm glad that we got that instead of a quote-unquote live-action Home on the Range. What, did you forget about that? Yeah, that was actually Disney back in the day. Never forget. I'd rather have movies I don't care about that are at least new or different than countless remakes and recycled premises. There's literally a movie coming out called Little. I will give you 2 seconds to guess what it's ripping off. As if this premise hasn't already been done enough, you're just taking the premise of Big and reversing it. We're at maximum not giving a fuck. But oh, it gets better. Currently on the list of remakes in the year 2019 are Lion King, Dumbo, Aladdin, Shaft, What Women Want, Hellboy, Child's Play, Pet Sematary, The Grudge, The Addams Family, Charlie's Angels, and even fucking Masters of the Universe. Seriously? Masters of the Universe? Oh yeah, because the first time went so well. And look, I'm not saying that all these movies will be bad just because they're remakes. I mean, Mark Hamill as Chucky, yeah, that could be interesting. I didn't need it, but I might actually watch that one once it's free. I might see the Shaft movie, and I was debating about seeing the Hellboy movie. On the one hand, the effects look worse than the first movie, which came out 15 years ago, but it does have an Olmec were-jaguar, and it is rated R. Not that it needs to be rated R given the source material, but it's something, I guess. I've heard that it doesn't help it at all, but it's something. If you're going to take anything away from my inane ramblings here, it should be this. Movies are not just entertainment. Movies, like any other kind of media, can change people's lives. A fucking Disturbed song, of all things, can make people rethink committing suicide. Art and entertainment inspire us. They give us ideas. They help give us meaning. They force us to deal with our emotions, our fears, our desires. They're a mirror for us to look into and ask ourselves who and what we want to be, where we want to go, and what we want to do. Do you know why I go back and play Halo campaigns so much? It's because moments like this and this fill me with excitement and wonder. It makes me want to go out and make my own original content that will hopefully, someday, give other people that same feeling. I'm not saying that I'm the authority on what movies you should or shouldn't see. No one is. That's a decision you have to make for yourself. All I'm saying is that movies aren't just movies. Even if you take away everything I've said about meaning and entertainment, they're still multi-million-dollar products. This isn't something we should be passive about. We should unanimously say no to obvious cash grabs and demand actual effort. If you want to see anything new, then don't give lazy remakes and recycled premises the time of day. Think about it before you give them your money. Ask yourself if you think they're trying or they just want your money. I know that Avengers is a cash grab. It's guaranteed to make a shitload of money. But I have hope for Endgame because Infinity War was a really enjoyable movie. The reality is they didn't need to make it as good as it was. They didn't need to have any kind of interesting cinematography or shot composition to win us over. But the people who made it actually cared about making a good movie. Now, some of the movies I've listed could be good, but we have to be cautious. When we give them our money, we are voting. We are saying, I want more of this. So ask yourself, what do you want more of? Do you want to see a creepy, realistic render of Lady and the Tramp? Or do you want the next original Disney animated film? Do you want lazy swaps of old premises? Or do you want a movie where you don't already know the ending? Movies are not just entertainment. A ticket is a vote. And if you want new creators to come on the scene, ever, then we all need to be smarter about what choices we make. We're talking about billions of dollars here, countless jobs, and products that are powerful enough to make lives better, and even in the worst cases, inspire people to end lives. Yeah, it's horrible, but that's the impact that these things can have. Movies are not just entertainment. I'm Drachona, and have a nice day. Hey guys, I know that was a bit heavy at the end. I started off just being frustrated about 2 previews I saw, and it got way more serious than I originally anticipated when I started to write this out. But ultimately, I just feel like that was something that needed to be said. I hope some people will find value in it. If not, then feel free to check out any of my more lighthearted videos. I actually worked really hard on the Don't Fuck With My Money music video. So if you like Mystery Skulls or you're just curious, please give it a shot. It's not the best thing out there, but I put a lot of time and effort into it. I do all of this for free, so really the only value that I get out of making these videos and putting them on YouTube is when people watch them and like them. I mean, I think I'm funny, but I can only rewatch my videos so many times. Also, I got my ticket for VidCon this year. I'm not sure yet who else will be going, but the past couple years there were plenty of people from the anti-SJW side, or whatever you want to call it. Basically just the people who aren't represented on the panels at VidCon. But, you know, if you can afford it, I know it's pretty expensive, feel free to come down and hang out with the shitlords. We usually just hang out around the fountain and talk about literally anything. So yeah, that's it for now. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you really liked it, or just type hugs in the comment section because I really need them. And if you've made it this far, then you deserve a reward. So, here's a video of me assaulting one of my housemates because I thought it would be funny. Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't know, some of like the name brand stuff that you might get at Walmart. It's not that it's bad, but...
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, Rick.